Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Front office guru believes Warriors should make unpopular trade deadline move. The Golden State Warriors are far from a championship contender. They are 21-21 and tied for 10th in a loaded Western Conference. If the postseason started after the games on January 20th, Golden State would not even be in the play-in tournament. Stephen Curry expressed his frustrations after their latest loss, and fans are hoping the Dubs make a significant splash before the trade deadline. Golden State was in the market for a star during the offseason. They chased Lauri Markkanen and Paul George but missed on both. The Warriors desperately need a number 2 option and are yearning for their days of Jordan Poole. It would take a blockbuster to get them into title contention, and those are nearly impossible to do. Mid-season fans may want a marquee deal that brings a superstar to the Bay Area, but that is not what their front office should do. ESPN's Abby Marks gave the franchise some advice from his years as a salary cap and front office executive. Marks thinks Golden State should go the other way. He pointed to not seeing a trade out there that makes them significant. I fly better. That leaves the Warriors with only one prudent option. They must get under the luxury tax apron by trading Gary Payton to or Kevin Looney. The full conversation below. The 2 championship veterans have moved to the fringes of the Warriors rotation. Looney is playing 16.1 minutes per game this season with GP2 at 13.5. They have played key roles for years in the Bay Area, but resetting under the tax could open things up for Golden State. The Dubs paid $176.9 million in luxury tax penalties last season. Joel Embiid and ownership have not been shy, but fans should have seen this coming. They let Klay Thompson go to ease their financial commitments. Golden State is just $6.6 million over the tax line and could quickly duck under by trading one of those veterans there. Warriors have to pay Jonathan Ming this summer or send him packing. If they want another star, it likely means going back into the luxury tax. Being under this year gives them more flexibility and creativity in building out their roster during Stephen Curry's twilight. Fans do not want to see their Warriors tank. Golden State would hope to make the playoffs, but they would likely be bounced in the first round if they do, especially if they dip under the tax before the deadline. No fan wants that, but supporters must realize they are not winning the championship this season. The Dubs need to give themselves another chance with Curry, and that path opens this offseason when teams have more flexibility. Bobby Marks is right. The Golden State Warriors should get under the luxury tax before the February 6th trade deadline. It means admitting they are not good enough and punting on this season. That is not easy to do with 2 aging stars, but it was always going to be difficult. The end of a dynasty never goes smoothly. The Warriors may surprise everyone and find a difference-making star before the deadline. It feels unlikely, but stranger things have happened in the NBA. Fans must stay tuned for all the latest. Steve Kerr breaks silence on controversy with Celtics star Jason Tatum. The Golden State Warriors have taken a huge dip this season and everything collapsed in Monday's matchup against the Boston Celtics. The Warriors suffered a 40-point home loss to the Celtics, their second biggest loss of the season, and their 85 points scored is a new season low. The Warriors have fallen to 21-21 on the season as head coach Steve Kerr catches flack for their disappointing collapse. Kerr and Celtic superstar Jason Tatum have a history dating back to the 2024 Paris Olympics, where Tatum lobbed multiple DNPs due to K's decision. This controversial coaching decision by K sparked many conversations. Most not happy about leaving the Celtic superstar out of the rotation while Team USA won gold. Tatum could not have been pleased with traveling to Paris as one of their league's biggest superstars. Just sit on the bench following the Warriors and Celtics matchup on Monday. K spoke on the controversial move to bench Boston superstar. We texted after the game in Boston a couple of months ago and we talked last night after the game. K said, I will tell you that Jason was an absolute dream to coach during all that stuff, that so-called controversy. You might notice there wasn't a single quote from Jason. It was everybody else talking about it. Jason is an amazing guy and an incredible player, and he couldn't have handled handled it any better when he was there, while KK comments suggest Tatum has no problems with his decision over the summer. An odd interaction between the two after Monday's matchup has made many believe otherwise via Joe Gi's a great awkward Steve Kerr moment at the end of the game. The Warriors and Celtics have had somewhat of a rivalry since meeting in the 2022 NBA Finals, where Golden State earned their fourth title within 8 years. Many speculated that Kerr had a vendetta against Tatum while the Olympics were happening, but the Warriors head coach seems to be turning down any possibility of that. A number of all-time players have suited up for the Golden State Warriors over the years. This current core has had the benefit of an extremely long run together, winning 4 titles and making it to the NBA Finals 6 times. Stephen Curry will likely pass Nate Thurman for first in minutes played for the franchise. He currently sits at 30,32. Klay Thompson and Draymond Green are both in the top 10 as well, with at least 21,000 minutes. At the other end of the spectrum are a curious collection of players. Being a part of the Golden State Warriors organization doesn't necessarily mean that you played significant minutes or even any minutes at all. In fact, there are a number of players known to NBA fans who were technically on the team but never played a single minute. And Aaron Fox's harsh statement before Kings vs Warriors: the Sacramento Kings and Golden State Warriors battled hard in a 7-game series in the first round of the 2023 NBA playoffs, forming a newfound NorCal rivalry. While the Warriors bested the Kings in the playoffs to send them packing, Sacramento got their sweet revenge the following year in a win-or-go-home situation in last season's play-in tournament. The Kings beat the Warriors to end their season. The Kings have beaten the Warriors in 4 consecutive meetings, the last 2 being by an average margin of 7 points. The 2 Pacific teams are set to meet again on Wednesday in Sacramento, but there are already some shots being taken ahead of the highly anticipated matchup after Tuesday's practice. Kings star guard to Aaron Fox looked ahead to Wednesday's matchup but was confused when asked about Golden State's success. What the Warriors have been doing, Fox asked. I mean, they haven't been playing well, so kick them while they're down. Fox's very blunt statement sounds a bit harsher than most fans are used to hearing from him off the court, but the star guard dives deeper into what he meant. Obviously you don't want to be that team that lets a team right their wrongs. Fox said, we have to go in and obviously continue to play the way we play them, but like I said, in this league you got to be able to kick teams while they're down. The Warriors are certainly down this season, falling to 21-21 despite their blazing hot 12-3 start to the year. Losing 18 of their last 27 games is certainly not what anyone expected, as the Kings cannot let them find their rhythm in Wednesday's rivalry matchup. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Aaron Fox? Leave your opinion in the comments